Dan, Bingo Bingo provided you with your first winner in Hong Kong, and you'll get back on board him this Wednesday night at Happy Valley.
Yeah, definitely, Nick. Looking forward to jumping back on Bingo Bingo. Been happy with his track work of late, which has been good. So looking forward to it.
It did look good, that piece of track work as well. Do you feel he's come on since that win last time out?
Not sure if he's come on. He's definitely maintained. He looked at picture in the yard last time. He was moving really well and showed that with a gritty, determined win. So obviously he's taken some probably natural improvement, but he's definitely maintained, if anything.
He beat a horse last time, Awesome Treasure, who you'll actually ride later on the card. You would have ridden him work. Can you draw a line between the two? Did you feel that the form's sort of strong enough there with this horse?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. He was obviously well supported, Awesome Treasure, and had been going well in the lead up. Had to absorb a little bit of pressure last time with that tearaway leader. And although Zach gave him a great ride, we were able to stalk Zach and get the drop on him in late. So they're probably two different horses. My bloke likes to sort of rest a little, and Awesome Treasure sort of race up on the speed. So Awesome Treasure's going well. We'll get a good guide on the form after Bingo Bingo, I guess.
Bingo Bingo has got to carry £5 more. You've got the same gate in 7. No negatives there in your mind? You feel you can carry the extra weight?
No, obviously he probably earned those points and £5 sort of after his last start effort. The encouraging thing is he stays in this grade. So I believe even though he's sort of gone up in weight, he stays in the grade, which is great. Like I said, he's a gritty, tough little horse, and I don't think that's going to be a problem should we get a similar run in transit as we did last time.
And just finally, Dan, obviously your second winner here in Hong Kong was Texas Moon. That was an extraordinary performance from that horse. It
was somewhat unexpected. He'd been a little green and a little new in his track work, and I felt that although it was a nice style of horse, he was probably going to take some time to develop, and he probably would have needed the run first time out. But for him to win in Class 3 company, coming here and doing that straight away is an encouraging sign, especially if I feel that he's got progression in him. He was just a little strange, the run. He was sort of widest runner and going to be carted off the track, and sort of lost sight of the lure and lost a bit of interest out there wide. So after getting run off the track, I whipped back to the inside. He got a lot more interested and found the line really well. So the way he attacked the line and savaged the line shows that he's got good determination, and should he fill out and strengthen up, he could develop into a nice horse.
Zach, Lightning Storm was very impressive last time at the Happy Valley Day meeting. I imagine you're looking forward to getting back on board this fella.
Yeah, of course. He improved a bit from his first run to his second run, and Danny gave him a little bit of time between those runs. It was a good effort. He did a few things right, which was good. He begun a little bit better and travelled a little bit better. Once he changed his leg, he kicked on nicely, so it was a good effort. And obviously he goes up in grade now, but he gets a lot of weight off his back, and it looks like it's a suitable race, although there's a little bit of speed out wide, and there are a couple inside me that might try and push up as well. So I expect there to be some pressure early in the race. I just got to try and get him out and try and get him up there as quick as I can, and get him into his rhythm.
Just on his profile, Zach, I mean, did he possibly need that second run after a bit of a break? Did you feel that was possibly the case with him?
Yeah, it was. He certainly did need it. He's quite a light horse, so Danny didn't push him too hard. He tried to let him develop a little bit, and then probably seemed at the races a little bit softer. But he was always going to improve, and he certainly did that.
And you've been pleased with his latest gallop? He looks to have come through the race okay?
He's a horse that generally works well. He gets on the bit early in his work and wants to get on with it. It's just a matter of trying to harness his energy a little bit and save it for race day, but he's going good.
Just on young progressive horses, Zach, you steered a couple home at the weekend, Packing Treadmill and Voyage Bubble. Just a quick overview on that pair. They were two very nice horses. Yeah,
of course, it's going to be hard to follow the form out of that meeting from the weekend, but, so I don't know if it aided Packing Treadmill or not, but the barrier certainly helped. He got a nice run. He did a good job. It was a blanket finish, so sometimes you got to question the form out of that race, but I think he's a bit of a sleeper. He doesn't quite know what he's doing, and he'll continue to improve. And Voyage Bubbles, he's a very nice, big, strong horse. He improved a lot fitness-wise from his first up run. He was able to get across, and the sections mid-race weren't that hard. So he got a nice breather, and then he gave a good kick, and he won well. He's a progressive horse, and I look forward to riding him again on Derby Day. I think he's going to go around.
Douglas, Astrologer is a horse who's been in great form around Happy Valley, and you'll go to the city circuit once again this Wednesday night.
Yes, he seems to have hit a rich vein of form. He's gone back after winning, and he's run well. And he's come back after that race, and he remains in good health.
How has he been working since then, Douglas? I mean, he's a horse who does on race day seem to hold his form well. Is that true of his gallops also?
Absolutely, he's a pleasure to be around and work with. He does everything that you ask of him, and his work in the morning has been satisfying.
Last time out, you had to give £10 to Rewarding Together. You meet again, but you meet on slightly better terms this time around. Would that bring the two horses closer together in your mind? I mean, total respect to Rewarding Together. He's ultra progressive, isn't he?
Absolutely. He looks the definite horse to beat. He looks a young horse on the rise. I'm not saying mine's not, but he does look a class above. I think the handicaps, as everyone knows, will bring it into better contention, but I still do believe that he's the horse to beat, and it's going to take a big effort from my horse to get over the top of him.
Two positive factors, I suppose, going into the race. One, you've got barrier 3, which can't be a bad thing, and also you've got Alexis Badel. So certainly two positives there in his corner.
There are certainly positives, and I think a bit of giving the ground will certainly benefit this horse as well.
Douglas, I can't let you go without asking you about the weekend. You've got a sash behind you. I'm not quite sure if that is Russian Emperors or not, but how are the two horses? That was a great result, and now you've had a bit of time to reflect on it. You know, it must be up there with some of your greatest achievements within this sport.
Oh, absolutely. If, you know, any Group 1 is it's a highlight in anyone's career. You know, I've won those races as a jockey, and now to do it as a trainer is absolutely fantastic. Look, Russian Emperor has just gone to another level. He's had a year to acclimatize and to harden up and really get to learn the ins and outs of what's expected in Hong Kong and the firm tracks. And again, I can't be grateful enough to the owners for their patience. You know, as I've mentioned before, there's been a lot of people with different opinions, and they've had certainly strong opinions about this horse when he ran disappointing. But I know why, and we've sorted that out. And look, I'm just glad that he's bounced back and he's put 3 really, really top runs together. So at elite level as well, you know. So he looks like he's on his way now.
Alexis, you'll ride Cheerful Days on Wednesday night at Happy Valley on the back of a big win on Chinese New Year at Sha Tin. He's a horse who just continues in great form.
Yes, correct. He's been amazingly consistent this year. He has improved so much. So I'm glad to be back on it for this race, and hopefully he can carry on. His form seems to be good, and his track work seems to be good as well. So I expect him to run a good race.
He seems to have just sort of gone from strength to strength this season, Alexis. I mean, he's up 9 points for his last win. He's up 34 for this season. Is he feeling as good as he did sort of a few months ago?
I think the key on this horse, it's to get him to relax. I think as soon as we understood that this horse needs to be relaxed the first part of the race, we stopped using it too much early stage, and then he settled and he just changed like so quickly. He's been so consistent and so efficient after we found this tactic. So I think the key is to get him to relax, and after that is just a big very good horse and good turn of foot.
He's a 4-time course and distance winner, Alexis, and that run last time at Sha Tin. Now the form hasn't worked out too badly, because the horse that you beat was California Deep Shot. He's subsequently run 5th behind you on the weekend in a Group 1 behind Wellington. So the form's there, and he comes back to his favourite course and distance as well now.
Yes, and that's correct. And everything indicates that the pace in that race should be okay, which is good from a wide gate. I hope I have every chances to finish off the race. Anyway, he's been in very good form. He has beaten in-form horses as well, as you said. So I can't see any reason why he shouldn't carry on.
Should he win, he will level it with Far as far as points go in the DBS and Manulife Challenge. Great for the owners with this horse who's had such a great campaign. They might be able to win a little bonus as well come Wednesday night.
Yes, correct. That's all I wish to the owners and the connections. Well, my job is to keep winning races no matter what. So it's a little bit on perspective away from my mind, but it would be great if I can help them to achieve something like this.
And just finally, Alexis, obviously reflecting on the weekend, Wellington provided you and Richard with another Group 1 success. He was very, very good. Just reflecting on that win, I mean, it must have gave you a real sense of pride to be able to win another Group 1 on him.
Yes, that's correct. I'm very proud. I'm very happy for Richard. He's been doing everything to maintain the horse sound and healthy. We've had to be very patient this season. And I think Richard and his team has done a very great job to maintain the horse in a way that he could come back smoothly after a long break. And it's been a bit frustrating. And I'm glad we've been able to deliver such a big performance. And that's just fantastic. And he gave me a very nice feel. And hopefully we can carry on.
Zach, Voyage Warrior is your mount in the last race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Good run from this horse who's never done too much racing around the valley. So in 2 runs to date, he's been pretty good around there.
Yeah, he's also been out of form for a little bit of time, and I suppose it was a good opportunity to try him at the Valley, and he's handled the course well. Obviously, any horse that's got speed and can put themselves right up there generally give themselves a chance around there. He had a really nice run in the race last time, and when he came out, I thought he had the race won, but he seemed to get his head on the side and didn't really attack the line like I feel like he probably could have. So the blinkers go on this time, and we step up in distance as well. But there's a lot of pressure in this race, even though he's drawn nice enough. There's a few horses inside me that can show some speed, and there's some speed outside. So we'll just have to work that out as we go. Just try and get him into the right spot and see if he can deliver, but it's a strong race.
I wanted to ask you about the blinkers. How much of rider input went into the blinkers going back on, Zach?
I just felt like he shirked the task a little bit last start. He didn't quite deliver in the manner that I thought he was going to. And like I said, he got his head on the side and wanted to shift out a little bit late in the race. And he just didn't seem as if he was concentrating as well as he probably can. And as an older horse, sometimes tinkering with the gear can just get that little bit extra out of them. He's raced with blinkers on previously, so we know he can adapt well enough with them, and just trying to find that extra little bit.